you were a big part of the uniform reveal for Notre Dame. You're in the ring, UFC. You're watching all of this happen. When did all of that begin? Like when did you guys shoot that and the production begin?
I want to say, it was like starting fall camp. Yeah. So like it was like middle of fall camp. So yeah, middle of fall camp. We get the calls and everything. Like, hey, you guys want to go to Vegas? And I was like, Vegas? Like, yeah, I want to go to Vegas. I was like, for what reason, though? They're like, okay, well, this is what it is. It's the uniform reveal and everything like that. I know they did kind of something similar last year, but it wasn't a reveal. It was just like, like a hype video of Las Vegas. But, yeah, it was very fun, man. It was very fun just to be with the boys and, go on a little PV, a private jet, or a PJ, that's what it is. And, it was very exciting.
Oh, that's the good life, man, for sure. And it's associated with a uniform combination that I know obviously the players and your teammates are super excited about. The fans are ultra stoked about it. Now that you've been thinking about it for a while and you've known for a while, what do you think about the uniform combination going up against Notre Dame?
It's beautiful. They're in all white. So we have to be in all black, and like I was kind of saying, earlier, is I wanted, the black uniforms, and I know the boys wanted it as well. I was kind of, like I said, upset when I came in and they was like, oh, it's discontinued. And I'm like, I came to BYU for the black uniforms. That was the only reason I came here. I'm just kidding. But it was very exciting when they were throwing out the uniform ideas for each game and everything like that, which was a majority of us voted on. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be electric.
What were the card tricks like in person? Like, was that legit?
Yeah, it's legit. What? It's legit. That's all magic, baby. Hey, I was surprised. I never thought that's the real time seeing it with my own eyes. But it was Matt Vergo. That's a guy now. That's a guy.
Yeah. Sure. Very cool. Kaleb Hayes is with us on BYU Sports Nation. As you prepare for Notre Dame, obviously that includes a little bit of looking back to your most recent game against Utah State. I know the film study has been intense and you had a few extra days for that. Where do you feel like BYU's defense needs to be even better, having looked at that Utah State film, to get ready for the clash in Las Vegas against Notre Dame?
I guess, I guess you could say the run defense is first. That's been a thing where it's not coaching scheme. It's not. I don't think it's not the player. You feel me? It's. I guess you could say it's all of us, and just with understanding just fundamentally football. So in a way, it is on us. And, I think it's the energy wise of what's coming off from our players and everything like that, which is that's our leaders, us as leaders. That's our fault, to get things hyped up or where it is, and playing sound football, because we're very much capable and. Very much capable of playing this game, and very much capable of stopping the run, and everything else was just says by itself. Like you said, you look back at Baylor, it's 2.9 yards rushing per yard, and it's we need to get back to that football, because Notre Dame's gonna come out and they're gonna run the ball. Ain't no secret. Notre Dame's gonna run the ball, and I would too. So, we have to step up to the challenge and, make them do something that, they don't want to do.
Now, you mentioned getting back to the fundamentals and certainly taking accountability for not having the energy that you guys wanted is part of this too. But how do you go about that properly when you're talking about accountability and needing leaders to stand up so that you fix things and you get the attitude and the energy right? What has to happen so that you guys are in the right mind frame and you're sharp and you're not committing as many penalties and whatnot?
That starts in practice, and that starts in doing everything right with 100% effort, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things. You're going to be out of place, but that's all is going to happen in practice. And when we got to the games, we're not trying to be, we're never going to be 100% perfect. However, we want to at least play at least 90% great football. So it's just being able to just do the little things right, which is pursuit, wrapping up, getting the calls, being able to do your 111, win your ones so that somebody else could benefit from it, or even you could benefit from it. So, it started yesterday, you feel me? Or it started, last week after Utah State, where it's okay, well, we're not satisfied. So it's well, what else to do? We have to do more. We have to be better. We have to, because nobody else cares on the excuses. We want to have perfect execution in our football play. So, it's things that we just got to just work on day in and day out. And, we all had a little talk and we trying to figure out some things, and which is going to be solved this week. So I expect, this practice and these practices in this game, to show our true colors, that we are start playing the BYU football that, we should have been playing since, day one.
Kaleb, I know you're going to let your guys on the defensive line do their thing and figure out their own accountability, and you're going to handle your own thing with the pass defense. Notre Dame has an all-American caliber tight end, highly rated guy. Their wide receivers are a little bit of a mystery. So what do you anticipate Notre Dame's going to try and do in the pass game, specifically against BYU's secondary?
I would say 87. He is a guy. I like his game and everything like that. He could do it all. He could block. He can he can run good. He has great hands, great rap capabilities. I feel like we can't. The moment we try to focus in and try to take away one dude, they're going to share it to somebody else, which, that's just what it is. So, for the back end and everything like that, we just have to, like I said, win our ones and understand, these guys are also D1 caliber dudes. They practice like us. They practice, they do more, you feel me? As in just training wise and all that, they're just like us. So we have to understand, we focus on one guy too much and be soft on the outside edges and perimeter, which is those wide receivers. They can arrive in such great extent, and we don't want that to happen. So just keep on, we just got to just keep on just playing ball, keep on in a way, just win on ones, man. Yeah. 87 is a good guy. I'm gonna tell you this right now. He's great. He's great. However, we just got to just game plan around it and don't sleep on those dudes outside, because they can cause us damage.
Notre Dame obviously comes with a ton of history and luster. In fact, when I say the name Notre Dame, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Catholics. I'm like, no. It pops just a great school, historically have been a great program, in football and other sports as well. So same as BYU, in a way. I'm a fan. I say that a lot, but I'm a fan, talk to my boys and they're like, man, it's a dream to be able to play such a historic team like Notre Dame. They built so much excitement for them, and just a lot of greatness comes out from that program. So, being able to say oh yeah, I played Notre Dame. You'd be like, okay, well, you might be a guy too, So it's great to play in school like that, most definitely.
What type of an atmosphere do you anticipate at Allegiant Stadium? Because it technically is a Notre Dame home game, even though it's a neutral site, part of their Shamrock series. So what type of a crowd and atmosphere are you expecting in Vegas?
Just holy, just The trumpets are out. It's everything's just gonna be great. No, but it's gonna be loud and exciting. I know it's gonna be a lot of emotion. Just and it's at Legion in Vegas. You feel me? So it's gonna be a lot of just fans. Hardcore fans. As a matter of fact, like because this is gonna be a historical game. That's how I feel, and like the atmosphere is just gonna be just electric, man. It was like that in the first time we played in the Legion last year, our first game versus Arizona, but I feel like it's gonna be 10 times more. Definitely because it is their Shamrock Series, and they have something to prove on their end. So it's like there's gonna be two great teams playing it out and battling it out, and whoever gets the dub, it's gonna be great for both schools, man.
Kaleb, we'll finish with this. Huge national audience on NBC, part of, historic Notre Dame football coverage. But BYU is the ranked team, number 16. Yet the Cougars are a 3-point underdog, according to our friends in Vegas. What do you think about the idea of BYU being an underdog going into the Notre Dame game as the number 16 ranked team in the country?
I don't really, me personally, I don't know how everybody else feels, and I'm just speak truly about this topic and everything like that. I don't really care about rankings. I don't care about statistics because it's false. It's a false narrative. It doesn't matter. You got I'm not really an analytic, However, I play football, and as long as I've been playing football, I know there's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of upsets. There's a lot of guys are not supposed to be able to make plays, but make them. There's certain little things within this game like you just don't know. So I didn't even know that we was 3 points underdogs, and I just heard the news that we just gave up 16. But things can change within a week. It's a long season, so it doesn't really matter for that because that's poison. That's all the hype. That's all try to bring us up. Now, do we want to prove people wrong? Of course. That's always been a thing. But we've been in this situation before, and I think we've been in this situation throughout this whole season. So it's it's us against the world at this point. It doesn't really matter, and that's just how it's going to be. Because at the end of the day, it's me, my teammates, my family, our families. We're all going to be in this together. We're gonna persevere through this game and throughout the season, man.
Kaleb, I know you've been talking about it's going to be a movie, and it is felt in a lot of instances like a movie this season. Can't wait for the next scene. And by the way you answered my Matt Franco question with the card tricks, I'm gathering you got a few tricks up your sleeve in Vegas too, and I can't wait to watch you play, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Hey, like I'm gonna say again, it's gonna be a movie. Let's get it, man.
Thanks, Kaleb.
Thank y'all.